as per these starfighter decals, I'm going to do Lieutenant Stanley W. Vitasa's Wildcat from VF-10 on the Enterprise, and went out, did some research. This is a shot from the Enterprise in October of 42. I also found actual references from that same time frame of late 42 during the Guadalcanal campaign. And so one of the things is this section of the landing gear here. I think this one shows it the best. You can see these come down a lot further than what it has on here. And again, I told you before, I'm not above going out and look and see what other people did. I believe this is actually a 1:32, and you can see how far those come down. And also in here, there is a light or some sort of fixture that comes down. So I want to improve this entire area of this landing gear. And they give you this piece, and in the instructions, they say, oh, if you're going to do the wings, you know, the wheels up, then you use this piece and like close it. But if you're going to do them down, then you use that. And I guess this is supposed to, you know, this area in the middle is supposed to simulate that, but it doesn't look very good. So I'm going to cut this piece, you know, cut that center out of there, and then use those two remaining pieces, maybe file this down ever so slightly to try to get this to look more like that. Yeah, I think that's better. So that's about even with the middle of there. Goes up and turns, and then it has that thing in the middle. The other thing I noticed is these exhausts. There are none. The kit doesn't provide any. I may drill out here and try to create some exhausts with some tube. Going out and again getting actual references of the cockpit. The kit does provide this heads-up display piece. So that means I'm going to have to do a few things. Open up the canopy, right? So slice that there and then move those two pieces apart so that I can position that the other piece back over that. And that's probably going to take some thinning this down and whatnot to get that to go back there. And then when I cut that front part off, that's going to tell me kind of where that dashboard, so to speak, is going to come out to. The kit does give you, you know, this part here. So I have all the components to keep track of all that. I went ahead and made my list. So that's all the stuff I have to do. We'll see how far we get in this video. I'm thinking half in this video and then half in another video. But here we go. I made a styrene dashboard, so to speak, using the photo etch piece as a template. So now I have that sitting on top of that post there, and that's just sticky tacked in there as well. And now I'm going to fit that and see if that works. There's the photo etch piece in there with the windscreen on. I don't know if there's going to be room to put that heads up or targeting apparatus because it might be too far forward. But, well, I guess it does stick out toward the interior. So maybe I still can put it in. Yeah, I'm going to give it a try. Next, I constructed those foot pedals to go on either side of the post, so bent those PE pieces on my press and then glued them into place, and then glued the new styrene dashboard on top of that. Earlier I put these windows in. Apparently they're so the pilot can see down as they're landing. So I masked those from the inside. Then this is the heads-up display targeting thing, frame right there. The front of that photo etch, the cylinders should be black, and then this landing gear, at least the lower part, should be black as well. There's the black on everything. So now with the black on the interior, I can mask off those things that need to stay black and then come back with the green. So now I've masked for the green, and a lot of those surfaces, and I'll throw some references up, but a lot of those surfaces in the cockpit are black on the green, and then that edge of the front instrument panel is green, and then I'll paint this entire interior green. So I was able to get the green on the edge there. For those dials to show, they have to be on a white background because that's a clear piece. And then this is that targeting apparatus, and that is that shield looking piece gets cut out and goes in there. What I ended up doing was just tracing it out on sheet styrene and cutting it out, and then I'll glue that on there so that when everything's in place, as you can see, the dials will then show through. Weathering details, so you can see here I used this brush with the silver to do the dry brushing, and I did this engine part, and I'll do this one next, but I wanted to show the difference. Went in there, so after the black and the green, then went in there first with the black chalk wash, and again with the silver dry brushed in these, and then with the silver dry brush this. I'll bring out some of those details. And then just for good measure, I went back and dry brushed the zinc chromite on here, just to give it a touch of yellow accent as well. I think that worked nice. So as I predicted, I think I got through the top half of this list with that bottom half left to go in the next video. So to recap, so landing gear panels, exhausts, cut the canopy, cockpit PE instrument panel, scratch build dashboard, paint the interior, then some dry brush, patch the fuselage. So that just leaves the bottom half of that list, which I'll hopefully knock out in the next video, and that'll include the following. Heads-up displays, so all this canopy stuff. Finish all that, and then finally close this. And then once I close it, then I want to paint that interior in there all white, and then proceed from there, kind of the normal, then paint the plane, you know, in the different colors. You know, that blue on the top, gray on the bottom, the wheels, the tires, the landing gear, final assembly, clear coat, decals, weathering, dull coat. So as always, thanks for watching and happy modeling.